guys, so today I'm working on the dining room of the house, and I wanted to bring you guys out to the garage to show you some things that I've been looking through. So I'm sure it doesn't look like much is missing at all, but I have been taking things from here to use inside the house, and mainly in the dining room lately. Like I said in my living room video, I want each room to feel like a museum, like there's things that just jump out at you and you just have to say, what is that? So that's been my goal. So in this garage we have all these chairs that are broken in different ways. I learned from the last owner's cousin that these are all actually hand-turned, locally made chairs. So they're made by a company called Clore Brothers that's been making furniture for a very long time in Virginia, and apparently if these seats can be recaned, then these chairs will actually be worth something. I'm really glad I didn't just throw them away, even though some of them are pretty broken. A couple things I want to tell you about. Number one is the yellow stool that's in there. That was a recent gift from the previous owner's cousin. It was super sweet of her to give that to me and painted it yellow, and it used to belong to the last owner. She said she thought it would be good to have something back in the house that was actually in the house before. Also, there's a lot of blue and white pieces that are courtesy of one of you guys who was so sweet to give all that stuff to me. I can never thank her enough. So, you know who you are. Thank you very much. I'm still enjoying them, and my blue and white obsession continues. So on to the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another one. These are some photos of the dining room before it was finished, and now you're going to see one of the floor while it was getting worked on and the room once it was completed. Something that I think a lot of people forget is that when you bring old stuff into your house, it is usually really dirty. And this was an old hand-colored portrait that I got at a thrift store with the frame. It was $35, and I felt pretty good about it for the size that it was. And it needed some cleaning up, so that's what I'm doing here. Next, I went to good old TJ Maxx and I found these cheap off-white kind of tannish curtains, and I got this drapery rod on clearance at Walmart for $7. I can really do anything on a budget if I have time. And here is when I'm putting them up, and let me tell you, we really take a time lapse for granted, because this room altogether took me days. By the time I cleaned up antiques and polished furniture and got the drapery rod up, it really takes a long time to do all this kind of stuff. So I just want to show you guys kind of what I'm thinking here. For this window, the studs along either side of it are not even. So on the left side, the stud is about a foot from the edge of that window trim. On the right side, the stud hugs the window trim. I think I'm just gonna take these little hooks that came with the curtain rod, and I'm just gonna put it right on the outside edge of the trim itself. That way I don't have to mess with any of doing the anchors or anything, because I really don't like using those, and I don't think they're that strong anyway. So this is the cute little stool I was talking about in the beginning of the video that was gifted to me. Since it is an antique, no one is going to be sitting on this stool. It's just going to serve as a little table slash plant stand. Here are some old photos that we found here, and I wanted to repurpose some of them into the room. Long story short, Jacob set them aside for me and basically forgot that they existed until the other day, and I was so happy to get these photos. And this is an old bill from some kind of feed grain mill up in Northern Virginia, back from when this was a working farm. So here I am putting one of those old photos to use. I also grabbed these old glass bottles out of the garage, and they were in desperate need of cleaning.
You, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
that I will
This has got to be
faithfully
my
execute the
favorite
office
piece of the room.
President of the United
We
States.
found this up in the attic on our clean out, and I have a video recording cleaning out both of those scary rooms back there if you guys are interested in watching that. I may still replace these frames, but these are old wallpaper scraps from the house, and I put 3 in a row in the dining room. And although I know American Gothic is not really the right era for this house, I have it and I love it. now the room is complete, and I hope you guys all like it. I just love the way everything came out and how it feels so old but still very new. And my table pieces are all a little bit mismatched, but I kind of like them that way. Girl, you can't keep getting in all the shots, okay?